Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Asia. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and then hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. Today I'm doing something completely out of my comfort zone, but it is a collab with 4 other young ladies whose channel I will link in the description box. So you guys already know by the title that we decided to do a makeup look based on fruits. And the fruit that I chose was pineapple.
Do you live in a pineapple?
So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go into the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and we're gonna take that dark blue shade and just carve out the shape that we want on our lids. And then I'm taking this other light blue shadow and I'm just blending out the edges with that. And as you can see here, I'm just like flicking the edges out, and I'm doing that because I know I'm going to cut my crease later and I want there to be enough product on the edges. And then I'm also going to go back and basically make sure that there's enough pigment and blend out the edges again. Then I'm going to take my P.Louise Base and actually cut out my crease with that. And as you can see, I'm cutting my crease way higher than I normally would, and the reason for that is that this is going to be like a double cut crease look, so I need to make sure that I have enough space for when I do draw on the pineapple. And then I'm going to take this creamy beige shade from the ItsmyRayeRaye BH Cosmetics collab #1, and I'm basically going to fill in most of where I put down that base, because that's gonna serve as like, okay, so my idea for this was pineapples on the beach. So this is supposed to be like the sand and the blue is the water. So I'm just gonna fill in most of my lid with that just so I can get as much pigment as possible. And then I'm gonna go into this Colourpop palette and I'm gonna take that shimmery shade, which is basically the same tone as the other one, but it has like a little bit more shimmery, like pearlescent vibes to it, so I just applied that right on top. And now I am cutting my crease basically with some like eyeshadow remover, and I'm doing that on a Q-tip, and the reason for this is because some of that eyeshadow, that cream eyeshadow, I don't want it to be on the lid part where the pineapple is gonna go, and so I'm cutting the crease again just so that there's a clean base for when I do put on the yellow pigments. And then I'm going to take this yellow shade out of that same BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm basically going to put that everywhere I just put the base. And I don't know why I thought this was going to be good enough at first, but it wasn't giving me enough pigment, so I am going to add another pigment on top, which you'll see in a second. And I'm going to take this yellowy gold pigment from LYNN'S called Magic, and I'm just going to apply that all on top of where I put the yellow. And as you can see, it's a huge difference, like it looks so much better. And then I'm going to take this lime green shade, and that's basically going to serve the purpose as like the leaves of the pineapple, so I'm just filling in the rest of that cut crease with that color. And then I'm going to take my favorite liquid matte liner, and it's by NYX, and I'm going to line my eyes with it. I don't know why my voice is so cracky today, but I'm going to keep the liner kind of thin because I want to be able to see the details once I add them for the pineapple. And y'all, for this next part, I was like praying that I didn't come this far and mess it up. So what I'm doing basically is outlining the shape of the pineapple, and then in a few seconds what you'll see is that to add the details, I'm actually going to be making X's. It was kind of hard to try to keep this neat, but I'll show you how I like cleaned up everything at the end. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just making like slanted lines, and then they're going one way, and then I'm gonna basically create the X by doing slanted lines in the opposite direction. You'll see what I mean in a second, but yeah, take your time with this because it was a struggle and you don't want to mess it up too bad. Your lines don't have to be perfect. As you can see, mine are not, and it's gonna look kind of wonky and just like blacked out, but we are gonna fix it in a second, so just give it time. So here's where we have to be Bob the Builder and repair our mistakes. So I'm basically taking this liquid yellow liner and I'm trying my hardest just to only fill in the boxes. That way those black lines can still show. So if you do make a mistake and go over the black lines, obviously you can go back in with the black liner and correct it. But just take your time, and I'm just like lightly tapping it with the tip of the brush, but I'm not going in too hard, and I'm making sure that I take my time, keep looking in the mirror, making sure it looks how I want it to, and yeah. And then I'm just gonna use this green one. It's the same brand and everything, and I'm just gonna fill in the green part. I'm gonna correct the cut crease and just fill it in. The original plan was to leave it as is, but I just didn't like how incomplete it was looking by the leaves part, so I just went over the edge of that with the black liner, and then as you can see I'm just making like little curved lines to like mimic leaves. I am no artist, so it came out how it came out. And then I'm going over the outline of the pineapple with this liquid liner. I liked it for this look because I know it's not that pigmented in full, so I still wanted that black line to like peek through, but I also wanted to like not show my errors and just still add a little bit of bling at the same time. So I'm doing it to both the original cut crease and the outline of the pineapple. And here is the most satisfying part where we basically remove the tape and we can see how well we've done. And then I'm cleaning out the fallout with the makeup wipe as always. Right, my face, I'm going in with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. And for primer, I'm using this hydrating one from Ulta Beauty. Foundation, I'm using Covergirl Full Spectrum in Tan Cool. And I was trying to pump this out, but I store my foundations laying down, so there wasn't enough product on the bottom, so I just took the whole thing out and applied it like that. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with a beauty sponge, and I'm being careful not to go too close near that edge because I am gonna clean it up with concealer. And the concealer that I'm using today is the Fenty Beauty one in 370. And then I'm gonna sculpt my face using my Jordana Sculpt and Go in Deep, which I do in all my videos pretty much. So this part I'm gonna speed up because it's basically the same old process every time, so you can enjoy, and then you can also watch my other videos if you want some more detail. So here is where I'm just cleaning up that edge, and I am taking my time because I did not come this far to mess it up at this point. So just take your time with that, guys, and then keep on blending. And now I'm gonna do my nose contour. I decided lately that I want to do this like as a last step because sometimes when I put on concealer it kind of like overlaps it and it gets lost, so it's like, what's the point? So yeah, I did that, and then I'm setting my under eye and all the places that I highlighted with the Morphe Bacon Set. And I'm setting my face with my favorite setting powder, and it's the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. It's so dirty, it's embarrassing, but whatever, you get the point. And I'm using the Morphe bronzer and Phenom just to set my contour. And for blush, I'm using this one by Revolution Beauty. It's the Peach and Glow, and I'm using the blush side. Yeah, right there. And I'm just gonna apply that to my cheeks, and pretty much it's like a highlighter and blush in one. Because as you can see, it gives you like a nice sheen. But I'm still gonna glow it up even more, and I'm gonna go into my TARTIEST Pro Glow and Blush, I think it's called, and I'm gonna apply that with a fan brush, and then you'll see me going with another brush, there it is, to blend out the edges and basically to make it look more full, because that fan brush wasn't really doing it for me. I needed it to pop more. And then I'm just spraying my face down with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and using lashes from Juno & Co. in the style Faye. And then for mascara, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was like a lighting change, and I'm absolutely gonna blame my husband for that because he had no business touching my lights, and I didn't realize it until I was almost done with the video. So there's that. So then after tight lining, I'm gonna use this neon yellow liner on my bottom lash line, and I'm going over it a couple times because I wanted it to be really pigmented. And then I'm gonna go in on top of, well, below that, and with that dark blue shade that we used initially. And yeah. And after that, I'm just gonna add some highlight to my inner corner. And I'm giving 2 different lip looks. So for now, we're gonna start off with the Morphe liner in Trendsetter. And they're pretty similar, but the first one, I kinda didn't like how it came out, so I decided to change it. You'll see in a second. And then I'm just gonna top it off with this Morphe lip gloss in Chill. And that's pretty much it for the first look. So I'm just gonna blot my lips just to get some of that lip gloss off. And I am gonna line my lips again in a second, but I don't know why I did it out of order. So I'm just taking this lipstick from Morphe called Boo. And then there you see me relining my lips. And then I'm gonna top it off with Chill. I like this one better just because it's more pigmented, and I don't know, it just looked more put together. And then I'm gonna apply this bottom mascara to my lashes. And there you have it, guys. This is the finished look. I'm so happy with the way this came out, and the more I do YouTube videos, the more I'm beginning to love it. So I hope you guys are enjoying my content, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.